and welcome to the Flexibility Summer Series with Allie Rose. Hi, I'm Allie Rose, and this is our Sexy Flexi Summer. I decided to create this journey in real time because of my own flexibility and mobility has kind of taken more of a backseat. I have started some strength training, and that's when I've noticed that everything's just feeling really tight. I've kind of put my flexibility and mobility kind of off to the side, and I think it is time to get back to it. So, I am going to share my journey of my flexibility and mobility, obviously yoga inspired. And as we go along, I thought, why not do it together? Why not make it my first official series with Creative Wellness? So, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited. I have planned a wonderful 12-week progression flexibility series for you and for myself. And we're going to do it in live time, which means every single week on Fridays, there will be a brand new flexible class for you to take about 30 to 40-ish minutes or less. And yeah, so let's just go along. I did create, and I will put this down below the link. I created a 12-week workbook to go through. So we actually start next Friday. So today is your pre-series on June 5th. And then the following Friday, I believe it'll be June 12th, will be our first official class together. So get your workbook downloaded, print it out. It's super easy to follow along. There's your welcome. There's setting your goals, maybe some things you'd like to work on, hamstrings, hips, lower back. We're going to hit them all, and we're going to get sexy flexy this summer. Hashtag sexy flexy. Super excited. What else do we have in here? We've got our summer goal page. If you want to write down your summer goals with me, I will be using this workbook myself as we go along for the 12 weeks. And then we have each week. So week 1, we begin with our hips and hamstrings, where we're going to work on our hip flexors. We're going to work on hamstrings, lower back decompression, and then we'll move into week 2, spine and side body mobility, week 3, hip opening, week 4, active flexibility, and so on and so forth. It is a progressive series to help loosen everything up and get flexible. Now, I'm not saying, everybody is different. So I'm not saying that by the end of the series, you will be able to do the splits. But of course, that is something we can work towards, we can work on. I've never been able to do the splits, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? So moving on in the workbook, you will find your passport page to mark off or color in or whatever you like as you go along with the series. I will be referring to that as we go in live time. We have our flexibility wins at the end of summer reflection. So super fun. Oh, I think I even have a little thank you page back there as well. So free download for you. Link will be down below for you. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Check out the stories. I will be posting live throughout the weeks, little extra movements, special movements we should be focusing on, little tips and tricks here and there. So definitely make sure you follow me there. Link will be down below for you because we want to make sure that we are set up for success and we are moving through the series with everything and all the tools that you need and all the things I will be doing to help with my flexibility and mobility. Now, a few things to have on you for this particular series is your yoga mat or just a space that you can use to do this. Again, it is yoga inspired, so we are doing a lot of yoga. Great thing also to have on hand with you is a yoga strap. Now you can also use a house coat, like a robe tie. I used to use that back before I started my yoga journey. So a yoga strap is very good to kind of help you when we go into some forward folds. And if you can't quite reach the toes yet, that's completely normal. It just helps bring you into that posture just a little bit easier. The next thing that will be very handy to help stabilize the body as we move through our sequences are yoga blocks. They don't have to be cork. They can be foam. You can get a set of blocks on Amazon. These are from Amazon, but they're my cork blocks. I love them because they're super, super sturdy, and it's really helpful to have something to have a little bit more stability as we move through some of the sequences. I will be doing some traveling this summer, so some of these weeks will be on the go because it is live and I am flexing out with you. So progress will be alongside you because I am nowhere near I need to be, but like right to start. And I think that's kind of the beauty of it. So I will be traveling. Usually I will have just one will do it. If I can bring two of them on my travels, and I will, but at least one or a really sturdy book will definitely help. The next thing and last thing to have on you, of course, it is our summer series, which means it is warm, it is hot when you're outside. So make sure that you have a water bottle to stay hydrated. Even though this is not a high active, high intensity sort of class or sequence, we still want to make sure that we are staying hydrated throughout the summer. So definitely make sure you always have a water bottle handy. It's just one of those little things. And of course, don't forget your workbook. Grab your workbook, print it out, bring it along with you. Definitely tag me at Creative Wellness and um, hashtag Sexy Flexi Summer. Let me know if you're doing this with me. I'm super excited. And I don't know, maybe by the end, we'll do a giveaway. But I'm not saying anything yet. Just a little side thing is we're not just getting into flexibility, and it's not just about being flexible. Yes, that is what we're doing. But I also want this to be we're reconnecting with ourselves, and that's huge for me. Is we're reconnecting and we're using our breath as we move through our movements, and we are just there's no pressure here. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for progress. It's progress over perfection. We're not going to be perfect at the end of this. We're not going to be perfect at any time. We're progressing and we're using our breath and we're learning to calm our nervous system as we go along, and we're going to have fun. So, let's just have fun. So that's all that I have for you. Let's get into our introductory pre-series here today. We are going to do a little kind of warm up sequence, and while you're doing this sequence and while you're starting with me for this pre-class, I want you to maybe evaluate where you are. So before you start the workbook, use this as class as somewhere to be a little bit more mindful of where those aches and pains may be, where you're feeling a little stiff, a little not quite right, things you want to work on. Maybe we want to be able to touch our toes by the end of this, and we will be doing a toe touching test at in every class just for fun. Let's see how far we can get. And then as you move through the classes, like I mentioned before, I will recommend that if you can do each class 3 times a week, you are going to see better progression than if you just do the one every single week. You'll still see some progression, but that's why I'm saying follow me on Instagram because I will put key movements on my channel on my social media so that if you can't do that class 3 times in that week, you can still do the key movements that we are focusing on to help, say, open up the hip flexors, or working on, our external hip rotation, or maybe it's the flexion of the spine and moving all around. So definitely make sure that we are active and checking in and comments and just have fun. Have fun. So let's get into our pre series movement. Let's be mindful. Let's pay attention to our body. I will see you for that pre mobility and flexibility Sexy Flexi Summer series. Let's go.